Live from the Pines, your favorite East Texas sport podcast, coming at you live tonight. Week 2 of college football getting ready to get started. We just wrapped up week 1. I want to give a big shout out to our guys at Zilker Belts. Use discount code PINES936 for an online discount. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to get to Ann Arbor on Friday and root on the Horns.
Yeah, all of us don't have the access you have.
I'm doing all right. It's a tough loss this weekend, but wait, David, you're going to Ann Arbor?
I'm going to Ann Arbor. I'm leaving Lufkin on Friday, going to Austin. I'm hopping on a private plane with my buddy from college, and we're going straight to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, just brag some more.
Yeah, just flex on us.
And I'm going to have plenty of drinks on that plane.
I don't put that past you, Pods.
Nice.
One thing I never did in life is bet against you and a good time.
And I'm going to land the plane.
I don't believe that.
Good luck with that.
Hop over, Chief. I'm landing this bird.
I'm glad I don't have the insurance on that plane.
Ann Arbor on Friday, baby.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Would you just get like a 10-year-old birthday party?
She was 4. Okay.
That's close enough.
Did you tell her about Billy Napier and his hot seat?
No.
All right, David, start us off at week 1. Let's go back to week 1 and talk a little bit.
So week 1, we had North Dakota State, Colorado, Clemson, Georgia, Florida, Miami, A&M, Notre Dame, and LSU, USC. The group collectively, we all went 2-3. We're going to start it off with the recap of the morning slate. Clemson gets absolutely throttled by Georgia, 34-3.
You know, the start of that game, I thought it was going to be a really good game.
I mean, Clemson hung in there for the longest time defensively, and then the defense was on the field most of the game. They slowly just broke. I mean, Georgia started just pounding the ball and scoring touchdowns toward the end and broke the game open. I mean, Klubnik was under pressure the entire game and could not get the run game going, couldn't get any wide receiver separation, and ultimately they just cannot. They don't have the dudes to hang with Georgia. Yeah,
Georgia, overall, I think they had a couple starters sitting out, but you look at those guys on the field, those are future all NFL players. They're all, very filled out, big guys, can run sideline to sideline. And then you get in the offense, they spread the field out like they do, and they just put those receivers and running backs behind the line of scrimmage, let them use their legs. It's unbelievable what they can do in space.
I don't know. Georgia's the best team in the country right now. Their defense was disgusting.
Yeah, I think my pick of Georgia was probably the easiest out of the big games. I just didn't see Clemson hanging with them all 4 quarters. I didn't see it being a blowout like that. I thought Clemson would put a little more points up, but
I thought they'd score like 17 and cover 13. I mean, I just thought they'd put at least 17 points up. I mean, they couldn't hang with them, and like I said, I think Dabo's got 2 years left. We'll get to that after Trey gives his opinion. We got plenty of talk about Dabo, but
yeah, I mean, it's just Georgia outmanned, outclassed, out everything Clemson. It wasn't. I mean, the first quarter was obviously close. Nobody scored, but it's the first game of the year. There's no preseason in college football.
Yeah,
figure out how to actually play in a game. It's been 8 months, 9 months since the last time they played, and Carson Beck is top 3 quarterback in the country, and he's probably not 2 or 3. And they're too good. They're too good. Like
he's not 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I mean he's 1.
I think we're starting to see some of the holes that Dabo was just not filled, especially at wide receiver. Like they had D-Hop, they had Sammy Watkins, I think it was Martavis Bryant. They have no wide receivers.
I saw somebody tweeted a future ex-Georgia player or something. It was like, how do you expect to win with that many white guys on the field?
They haven't had like a 1,000-yard receiver since like 2020, and he can't recruit wide receivers. He won't go get them in the transfer portal. So what's the point?
Yeah,
he just doesn't have the offense to keep up. Like the defense is probably going to be good. They usually are at Clemson, but when you're up against a giant ball of chainsaws that is Georgia, like you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, and I think his talent on the team just going to continue to get worse year after year if he's not going to go in the transfer portal and or recruit those top guys.
But best thing to ever happen to Kirby Smart is Nick Saban on College Game Day. That's about it.
Yeah,
No one in the same class. I don't think.
No. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Dabo's still going to get the guys defensively, but the way they looked on offense, especially, compared to our ACC predictions. Let me look at them real quick. I had Clemson, Jalen had Clemson, Cole had Ja Tech, and Trey has NC State. Nobody is looking at Miami, which is where we're going to go next at Gainesville. Cole, what did you see in that game?
I saw my dark horse Heisman contender go off. I didn't think he was that damn good, but he came out throwing and just lighting up everything.
What did you throw for, Trey? Did you throw for 385 and 4 touchdowns?
Let's let Trey go last. This is his team. Let's let him go last.
But I thought it was going to be a lot closer game than that. I thought Florida was going to give him a fight at home. I thought it was going to be like a Miami by a touchdown. But Florida just they did not look right at all. They didn't look prepared. Graham Mertz looked terrible. So did my quarterback though. But I think it's DJ Lagway from here on out. For Billy's got to stay his job.
Lagway's starting against Samford this week, apparently per Twitter.
Grant Mertz has like a concussion; he can't play.
Yeah, when he comes back, he still ain't gonna play.
Let's save it for the last.
I just thought Florida just was very. I don't know. I don't know if the predictable is the right word. They just didn't have any rhythm or any explosiveness on offense, and
Miami looked like the U out there.
They just could not get they had a 71-yard run, and
that guy still only 6 yards rushing.
That was about it. I was shocked to see Florida play like that, especially at home in the swamp against an arch rival Miami.
Yeah.
Packed house at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. I don't know. I think it's only a matter of time before Billy Napier's gone. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I think they probably wait till after the Georgia game, and then he's gone.
So Saturday was an interesting day. David, you spent the early morning with us, played a little game outside, and got prepared for the Florida game. And we had a chicken going and all kinds of other stuff. And it was a good day, before Florida played. And we started the Florida game, and Trey was sitting there. He went and changed shirts, put a Florida shirt on because he had a little accident on his shirt. But we're sitting there, and Florida comes out, and I watched College Game that morning, and Nick Saban had me fired up to go watch Florida play. Florida's playing in the swamp. They're playing against Miami. Nick Saban had me believing in Florida. And about a couple minutes to the game, Trey did not want to be talked to. It was a beatdown. Miami literally rolled in and just took over Gainesville, Florida. And I had no clue Miami was going to be that good this year. I like Cam Ward. I thought Cam Ward was a good quarterback and everything and had a great career where he was at. But I just didn't see Miami doing what they did to Florida. I thought Florida had a good offseason. Y'all had a good time in the portal, and, y'all bought some guys in. Y'all started 2 true freshmen at safety last year, and then you get some guys in the portal to come play. And Florida just laid an egg, and I don't see it getting any better over there.
It can get better. I'll start off with that.
And I don't want you to ruin DJ Lagway. Do not play this guy and ruin him.
It can't get worse.
Yeah, it's going to be DJ Lagway. It's Billy Napier's only out. I think Graham Mertz's concussion is probably a blessing in disguise because I hope. The only thing I can think of is how bad of a coach Billy Napier is by – the Miami defense, they were talking about it in interviews today. I saw it. They're like, man, we just took kind of like their 7 or 8 best plays that they had last year. That they ran a bunch in all the games, and we just kind of queued up on that, waited for it, was looking for the formations, and a bunch of them were screens, bubbles, passes, whatever. A bunch of man in motion, jets, whatever, and the defensive player goes, yeah, we queued up on those 7 or 8 plays, and then we saw 5 or 6 in the first drive. So we thought, man, this will be easy. And that's been Billy Napier's kind of whole thing. He's been one-dimensional, but he gets Graham Mertz for his second year. Maybe there's a little bit more dimension. Montrell Johnson's going to be good. And it was nothing. And the biggest part about it was, like, I think either Florida's pass rush is ass, or Miami and Mario Cristobal finally figured out how to put together a really good offensive line. Because Cam Ward could have done the ACT back there. He had that much stuff. I mean, there was nothing. There was nothing. We pressured him maybe 3 or 4 times. We didn't get a sack until like garbage time in the fourth quarter. And so it was just terrible. But the silver lining is if Billy Napier could save his career on DJ Lagway being good, because he is going to be good. Like, there's rumors that like have come out off for all this, and it's probably just speculation. Like, DJ really won the QB1 spot, but they didn't put him in there. He ran with Graham, and like there was a rumor that Billy Napier was supposed to be fired today. So I don't know what's going on, but DJ looked good. So he has an out. He has a possibility. The only thing I can hold to, so I don't go into a deep, deep depression, is DJ Lagway being okay. He's a freshman. So
I couldn't agree with you more that his out is DJ Lagway. I feel like if Lagway just wins the next 8 or 9 games, then that's going to save his job, much to the chagrin of probably
they probably just have to win
large
7.
majority of the Florida fan base who already wants Lagway gone, or Billy Napier gone. So like, let me read off some games. So you play Samford next, you're going to win that game.
yes.
A&M at home. A&M is currently a 4.5-point favorite. I think you lose that game. You go at Mississippi State.
That's a win.
That's a hard place to play at on the road.
I'll give you a win there.
Yeah, are you thinking about the Cowbells?
UCF, Mississippi State didn't look bad with Jeff Levy and Shapen in their first year. Anyway, UCF at home.
That's a win.
At Tennessee, loss.
That's a loss.
Kentucky at home, October 19th.
That's a loss.
Kentucky's beat us 3 years in a row, and it won't be a fourth.
Then you have Georgia on November 2nd.
That's a win.
Rattle off 4 straight losses there.
I think Billy Napier is fired on – I'm going to call my shot November 4th, 2024, 2 days after the Georgia loss.
No, it's probably that Sunday.
You better not hope that happens.
It's probably that Sunday morning.
After you fire a head coach.
Oh, then you play Texas the next week.
Exactly.
I didn't scroll down, but
yeah.
I mean, I think it comes a point where retaining Billy does more damage than firing. I mean,
who do you go get? Like, who's on the market?
Kiffin.
The rumor mill has been everybody
Kiffin.
wants Kiffin on Florida Twitter, but I don't really care. That'd be cool. I'd love to just win 10 games again for the first time in whoever fucking knows how long.
You wish you had Dan Mullen.
Yeah. I mean, he won 30 games in 3 years and went to, 4 New Year's Six Bowls in 5 years.
You beat Michigan in the Chick-fil-A Bowl.
So why did y'all fire him?
He kind of just quit. I mean, he didn't really want to coach anymore. He just is like,
He didn't like recruiting or something, right?
It was similar to Urban Meyer, just minus all of the, the great success that Urban did. Urban said that winning became not fun at Florida, and so he just left. But
that's bullshit.
Well, yeah, and so
Dan Mullen didn't like to recruit as much, right, or something.
He just stopped recruiting. Like, he stopped. Like, we came off of 3 New Year's Six Bowls in a row, and you have a top 20 class. Like, we were sitting at 20, probably top 25 class. They were like 22. Like, Vanderbilt at the time had a better recruiting class. It was like, okay, something isn't computing here. So, and it came out that he just kind of didn't care. He was kind of ready to go home and cash in his chips. And so it was, but Billy Napier is so bad right now.
You know who y'all's offense almost looks.
If he loses one more time at home, he'll have more losses than Steve Spurrier did at home in his 12 years as a Florida coach.
They're probably about to lose to Texas A&M at home. Coming from a Longhorn, and I think A&M goes in there and beats them.
I think it's gonna be a close game, but
I mean, we'll get to we'll dissect A&M here momentarily. Actually, let's do it right now.
All I'm saying is
that
DJ Lagway goes out there and throws for about 350 yards. Florida beats him by 30. I'm going to come in here the next podcast screaming DJ's the truth. And that's all I'm going to say. And
Versus Stanford?
I have to for my mental health. If not, I'm going to kill Jalen.
Why are you gonna kill me?
Let's go back and
Kill me.
let's discuss North Dakota State and Colorado. We forgot to do the
We
Thursday
skipped
game.
that. I want to start that
Trey,
one off.
Trey, you go first.
I want to start that one off.
Go
Okay,
ahead, please.
Colorado has a great offense. Their defense is horrible. Colorado will still cover all the bets we made.
All of them?
Yes, Colorado is their
I
offense.
will bet you're saying that Colorado. You're saying that Colorado will cover every game from here on out.
No, the games we made our internal bets with.
Okay.
What, did they go to a bowl game and
Colorado has one of the best. They have the best quarterback in college football, and I still believe that. Travis Hunter is a freak of nature. He reminds me of myself so much.
all right, what?
Did you say a freak of nature?
Yeah,
What makes him a freak?
He can do anything.
He's one of the best quarterbacks we've seen.
He's
in a
talking
while.
about Travis Hunter, right?
Talking about Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, you said Travis Hunter.
Who?
Both of them are freak of natures.
Yeah, Travis is. Shadur.
Yeah.
Shedeur is one of the best. Shedeur is one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in a while.
Shadur is a random elk you see in a field. He's not that great.
He is a great quarterback.
There's no freak of nature about him.
Colorado found a way to give him a little bit more time than he had last year. Not much, and he
still put up his numbers. They almost lost.
He's the true definition of a pro-style quarterback.
How does that make him a freak, though?
He can go play on Sundays right now.
Where's the arm power? Where's the speed? Where's the solution?
He can go play on Sundays right now, and that's my opinion. I'm leaving it at that. He's when they go to New York in the end of this season, he will be a contender for the Heisman Trophy.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
I'm just saying it. You need to worry about Florida, and you should wish you had Shedeur Sanders playing quarterback for you. Next,
There's a lot I'd take over him.
would you take me?
I've seen you play pods. Probably not.
Let's hear it, Steve.
Cole, go ahead.
I mean, Colorado won. Their offense is good. The defense is trash. Doesn't look like anything's changed. I think Travis Hunter is, if not the best player in college football, one of them. But yeah, with that defense, I don't see them winning more than 6 games at the most.
So
They're not gonna be able to stop the run at all. Versus they're in the Big 12 now. They're not gonna be able to stop the run. And yeah, I mean, they're just gonna have to score every damn drive versus good teams to actually stay in the game.
and I think they can do that.
They got to prove it. I don't think they can. So I think they'll be trying to stay afloat with that offense. I think Shedeur, he played good. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't know if he's great.
They play Nebraska this week.
I think as far as Colorado, like I agree with Cole. I think their defense is incredibly porous. They can't stop the run. Like I said, like we said, North Dakota State's a gritty team. Like they're not a slouch. They're a D2 powerhouse.
They have a great quarterback.
I mean, they came in there, they ran the ball. I mean, they're moving the ball in the first half, and then Colorado kind of gave them a dose through medicine the second, just possessing the ball and then scoring at will, essentially. I mean, last year they beat TCU in week 1, got a lot of momentum. I could see this. I mean, if they beat Nebraska, then I think they're going to have momentum. Then they play Colorado State. They'll beat them. I think they'll beat them, beat Baylor.
I mean, if they don't fix that, they got to fix that defense.
Let me read you off their last 7 games. K-State at home, at Arizona, Cincinnati at home, at Tech, Utah at home, at Kansas, Oklahoma State. I see at least 3 losses in that stretch.
Yeah. If you're being
Shadeur's a good quarterback. I mean, I just think when he runs into these better teams in the Big 12, especially teams like Utah and K-State, look what he did against Oregon last year. I mean,
I just don't think he's going to have enough time.
I don't think their offensive line is going to stand up to those teams. I
think Horn was his name, their receiver. He was pretty damn good. He was pretty fast.
Jimmy, their best player on the field. He just found a way to get open.
I think it's more likely Travis Hunter's in New York than Shedeur is.
Way more likely.
They might both be there.
No, only one of them will be there. Only one of them.
Not when your team's going to be 5-6 going into the last game of the season.
It's going to take a special type of athlete like Travis Hunter to be invited when his team is 7-5.
Yeah, I mean,
Not Shadur.
they ran the ball for 59 yards against an FCS team.
That's a key
How many
stat.
yards they throw the ball for? How many yards they throw the ball for?
59 yards.
How many yards they throw the ball for?
They had to throw the ball because they
How
weren't
many yards they throw the ball for? How many yards?
445. Congratulations.
Against the Division II secondary, Jalen.
How many yards did Florida throw the ball for?
You're forgetting the second part. Against
What?
who? Against who? You talk about 2 white boys on the field. It's North Dakota fucking State.
So
They don't even have their
It's a new-
this is a new head coach. This ain't even the same coaching staff.
Like, I mean, what are
Uh,
you talking about?
I'm
here?
done talking about Colorado. I'm done with
Yeah,
it.
let's
Next.
move on.
Okay.
The names on their defense is Logan Kopp, Luke Wirtz. What are we talking about? Dylan Hendricks. You think they got some athletes over on North Dakota State?
I bet you
They
Dylan.
sound like some scrappy guys.
Yes.
They
Hey,
sound like some scrappy players.
we'll go back to Colorado in a minute.
That
We'll
ain't never
talk about-
stopped South Lake Carroll. That ain't never stopped the Woodlands.
That's high school football.
Yeah, bunch of white boys.
We'll
I'm
come
sure
back to
they're
Colorado
great.
in a
All those
minute
white boys again
when
too.
we talk about the Nebraska game next week. But we got to talk about A&M and Notre Dame first. Cole, the floor is yours.
You want to go last? Because I
You want to go last? You want to go first or last?
I'll go first. Jalen, turn that shit off.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I'll go last. Jalen just fucked me up.
Fair.
He's gotta
Cole the
fuck
first
me.
in the second half.
No, but yeah, I think our defense played pretty good. It was a great game about till the fourth quarter. It was 13-13 with like 4 minutes left in the game. Connor Wigman played like absolute dog poop.
is it Wigman or what?
Wigman.
Wigman.
Yeah.
It's-
That's the worst game I've seen him play. It's a tough opponent. I think Notre Dame's probably the best secondary we'll see this year. But yeah, I mean, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. He was missing but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, if he comes out and does that in another game, I think we have to go with another direction. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the offense was very lackluster. I'm kind of worried about our playmakers on the outside. I don't know if we got a difference maker. To be honest, I think Terry Bussey needs to get more looks, but
At
yeah, I
quarterback,
think the defense was solid. I think they were held up enough until the
Yeah,
very
he's
end.
talking about a receiver.
They just started getting engaging, running the ball, started busting some runs. I think they got like more than half their yardage on like 3 runs. I think they had like a 50-yarder and a 60 or 40 something. But overall, defense was okay. Offense was very underwhelming.
Wait, so you said Weigman gets one more game like that, and then you think his position.
I think if he comes out in Florida in the first half and like if he looks like shit, he's getting pulled.
and you put in
Like-
Jaden Henderson.
I
You
mean,
think
I would put
Elko-
it.
you think Elko makes that switch that early in the tenure?
I don't think so.
I mean, it depends how bad he looks, but I would put in Marcel Reed.
I would say if he plays like a half like that against Florida, then you got to.
I mean, if he throws 2 picks in the first half versus Florida, I don't see how you don't. But I don't know. Maybe it was his first game in like 10 months after an injury. I just pray to God that it was a game that he was just had to get his feet wet, and it was just his worst game ever, and he'll start to improve.
I texted you this after the game. I really thought he was concussed, like just based on kind of some of his erratic throws. And I don't know if y'all saw, but he barfed a little bit on the field.
Yeah, he claimed that he got hit in the stomach, and
I thought he got his head wrong or something. I mean,
something. He didn't. He just looked like a deer in the headlights compared to.
I
what
thought he was
looked like
sick going
before.
into the game or something.
I don't know. They say he wasn't. Some people say he was, but
I agree with a lot of your. I mean, A&M played defensively a well enough game to win that game. Clearly, they gave up 13 points through
4 quarters,
15, 30, 45, say 58 minutes until the last 2 minutes of the game. Then A&M or Notre Dame breaks that run. I mean, they kind of just started to bend a little bit at the end.
yeah. Notre Dame, they were doing quick throws, and they weren't letting our D line really get to him as much as I would like. We got pressure on him, but I think we didn't do as good as I thought we would. Riley Leonard is a lot more athletic than I thought or remember. I mean, seemed like a big dude.
He was running on those ACC defenses.
Yeah. He's kind of like a off-brand Walmart Cam Newton White. But, yeah, it was a great opponent. I don't know how good Notre Dame is. I think they'll definitely be in the playoff because of their schedule. But, yeah, defense looked good. I thought they would. I'm just a little worried about the offense. I don't know if we can – I mean, they got to be better. They got to score enough, at least 20 to 30 points to beat good teams in the SEC.
From what I saw, was one of the best defensive games we're probably going to see all season. A&M's defense is probably a top 5 defense in that top 3 defense of the SEC. One of the best defensive lines always. But my thing is, I honestly think A&M fans put a lot of expectations on the hire of Elko in the first season. And it's going to be a season that's going to come back and, bite their fans. And I just hope they don't try to push Elko out the first year, especially Colin Klein. Colin Klein, he's already taken a bunch of heat about the offense, the way it looks and the way it was, organized out there. I think Connor Wingman, or however you say his last name, is a very mid quarterback. I think a lot of chips were put into his plate early before he did anything. I don't remember. Yeah, how many games did he play last year?
4 or 5.
So, I don't think he's did enough to be considered this top quarterback. But I think A&M's got a pretty decent – they got a pretty easy schedule compared to normal for them this year. And, it's going to be very interesting to see how they finish the season out after that first game with the quarterback play and the way the offense looked. I think they have some playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. But, you lost a lot of guys. You lost – what's the guy name with the Florida? Oregon.
Evan
Stewart. You lost a lot of your key weapons.
Nice Smith left. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if the backup quarterbacks are any better than Weigman.
I think they might fit the system a little better, but he wasn't going to fit any system by the way he was playing last game. So
yeah,
he was 12 for 30 throwing the ball.
He looked horrible. Yeah. I don't think he's good as y'all made him out to be.
He had flashes. Like when he started his first game against Ole Miss, he threw for like 350 in his first start. He had flashes. He's had flashes. I think that people got ahead of themselves on him. But yeah, he's just got to be consistent.
Is there a reason why Mike Elko didn't try to bring Riley Leonard with him?
Well, I think he thought he had Connor.
You said what, Trey?
I think you saw why. I kind of agree with Jalen. I think there was too much expectations on A&M going into this game. It's the first game under a new head coach.
Did you just say you agreed with me?
Like I said, I think Notre Dame is a top 5 defense in the country. They returned like 8 starters on the defense. 2 of them were All-Americans, and 2 of them are in the secondary. The decent corners were All-Americans last year. They're a legit defense. It is one of the best. It is Notre Dame, so they don't really have to play anybody ever, except for A&M first game of the season who happened to be ranked 20th. But your quarterback throws
2 picks.
Completion percentage, under 50 at that. It's not going to be a good game for you. So
if we even get competent QB play, I think we have a good chance to win it.
Yeah.
That's
what's really frustrating about it is if we even have just don't turn the ball over, and we have a shot to win. We had a shot to win the game with him playing like that, and that was the frustrating part.
Again, it took what's his face, the coach at Notre Dame, Marcus
Freeman.
Yeah,
Freeman.
Freeman went for 3-4 downs on a critical drive where they ended up scoring a touchdown.
He did, yeah. It was pretty ballsy.
So it took a lot for them to win. I think it's going to be a very similar Notre Dame team to what it was last year. A really good defense, kind of a mediocre offense.
Dude, the way they ran the ball to the outside, Notre Dame was getting out to the outside, and they were 15, 20 yards a carry.
Yeah,
that was. I want to ask a question. As loud as it was at Kyle Field, and the whole fan base was there chanting and doing their things. Like, do you think that plays an effect on y'all's offense?
No.
I mean, they're obviously not that loud whenever we're on offense.
Yeah, they're going to be silent.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry. Does it make an effect to y'all's team? Like, even when they're on defense?
Yeah. You talking about did it affect the game? Did it affect
The play?
It'll affect some communication on defense.
Yeah, it affects the
I
communication
was just
of
like, the
offense
whole
and
game, they're
defense.
just walking around like this.
Yeah, because while the defense is on the field, they're going to cheer so the offense
Yeah.
can't.
But
It
like,
definitely affects the offense with this. I mean, you can't hear the
Snap
quarterback
downs, too.
clapping. They have to go off of when the ball moves. The defensive player has like an advantage. But yeah, it definitely
I mean,
helps defense.
there's far less, like, obviously this year you have communication to one person on the field at all times in college, or not at all times, but before 15 seconds left on the play clock in college football now. So the communication is going to be harder in that case for the defense, but there's far less communication going on with whoever's calling the shots on the defense than it is on the offensive player.
Yeah.
It's far less. I mean, you're
I
getting
mean, Nick Saban kind of explained on game day. He was like, in a situation, in an environment like that, the right tackle or left tackle has to literally watch the ball or watch the defensive player and move until he moves.
Yeah.
So it's already like a half second advantage. But
like,
yeah.
just as y'all, the way y'all open the season and everything, like, does that change a lot of your expectations on this team?
I mean, I said 9-3, 8-4. So
I think that's
I
still
mean,
I
possible.
think that
I think we have to beat Florida to be 9-3 in Arkansas, but I think 8-4.
I think
Right.
Notre Dame with competent quarterback play is a playoff team. That defense is,
Notre Dame is going to
They're
make
in the playoff. I mean, they're not going to lose.
and then A&M's 9-3, 8-4 with competent quarterback play. If the quarterback comes out lays an egg again, that's potential for a loss.
let's fill out a big board and just go ahead and put Notre Dame at 5.
Yeah,
Because do you still think A&M has a chance to get in the playoffs?
The chances went down quite a bit.
I mean theoretically, yes. I mean it's a 12-team playoff. I mean there's
Yeah, but the way our offense looked, I'm
loss
not saying that.
there unless it's 2 undefeateds in there, and there still could get 3 teams in. So
We'll see.
Y'all's defensive line is still stout as ever.
Yeah, I mean, and they didn't really they didn't do any like deep concept routes. They were kind of doing quick passes and all that stuff. So we didn't get a recorded sack. We had a sack, but they recorded it as a tackle for loss. But yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about our defense. I'm worried about our offense.
David, do you want to touch on the horns any?
I mean, the Horns look good. I was wrong. I thought they would come out a little slow and vanilla and kind of just, looking forward ahead. I mean, that's kind of what we've done the last couple of years. But Horns look good. I mean, Quinn looked good. The offensive line looked good. A lot of receivers looked good. The secondary looked much improved. Took care of business and on Ann Arbor. But
You want to touch on
this next game, we all got wrong. I was wrong. Trey was wrong. Jalen was wrong. And Cole was wrong. We all thought LSU would win and win by more than 4, and they lost by 7.
Yeah, I was
Thinking Riley beats Brian Kelly.
I'm happy any day LSU loses, but
LSU game. That's one of the best USC defenses we've seen since Reggie Bush's era. Their defense looked really good.
Probably since the Pete Carroll days, yeah.
yeah, I mean I said it. I think to y'all it was USC defense is the best we've seen since the Bush
did they
administration.
get a new DC or something?
I think so. And
Right?
Yeah, they
Isn't
got
that-
the guy from UCLA.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I picked it wrong, but any day LSU loses I'm okay with that. But yeah, I didn't see that.
it was a great game.
USC's quarterback was pretty solid.
I saw the best catch I've ever seen in that game. I think it was Zachariah Branch that went. It was like up the seam, and he turns like his right shoulder up, grabs it, then does like a spin, then brings it down.
Did y'all see that interception in like Buffalo or wherever it was, where that guy just jumped over everybody, caught it one-handed? Like it was. Hold on, I'll have to.
No, I didn't see it.
No, I was shocked that USC could play defense like that. I mean, clearly they made some adjustments. I mean, I thought LSU played. I thought Nussmeier played well.
It was the first time in a long time where on the defensive side of the ball you saw a bunch of USC jerseys around the ball. Like it was
Usually, if they were trying to ankle tackle them from behind,
they were wing tackling. They just the defense looked leaps and bounds better than they have in a long time, and they looked really good for the usual defense that what's his face has. I can see him. But
What did y'all think about Brian Kelly's post game slamming the table?
I thought it was
Very hilarious.
I think he meant to do that even before he went up there in the chair.
It seemed a little forced. Like it wasn't.
Well, you're talking about the way your kids are reacting while you're coaching the game. You're the coach. Do something.
Do you think Brian Kelly's going to have a long career in Louisiana?
I thought you were going to say long career. He's already had a long career.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm saying, like, you think time in Baton Rouge is just ticking?
I don't think he's a culture fit at all. I don't think he's really a fit for them. But
Why did he leave Notre Dame?
Left for the SEC. LSU is a much better job than Notre Dame.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but still, like, he had it made.
I mean, I think he wants to win a title. I mean,
You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that at LSU. He does not fit the program.
can LSU absolutely is to win the national title.
It does not fit him, though.
I agree. LSU doesn't really fit him. I think he's a solid coach, but I don't know.
I think he's a Northeastern guy and the Deep South. Like,
do you know this is LSU's 5th straight year dropping the opener?
Yeah.
They lost to Florida State 2 years in a row. They lost to Mississippi State. Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
So 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Did y'all see that podcast? Did y'all see that podcast I sent you with the radio guy from LSU that was going absolutely ballistic after they lost?
I've seen multiple Florida people on Twitter go ballistic.
Florida, yeah. I've seen those too.
Yeah.
I've already seen some Lane Kiffin flight trackers and edits to Florida. It's crazy.
I don't know, but I guess the main takeaway is USC. I mean, Lincoln Riley kind of redeemed himself in this. I mean, not fully redeemed, but
different to build that defense.
I don't know. I mean,
they got a new defense coordinator.
I mean,
starting off, but
so they lost to Florida State. They lost to UCLA in 21.
That's right, because they were doing Get the Gat in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. They lost to UCLA. Hey, another team I want to touch quick on.
Get one more look at it here. Unbelievable.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did see that. Good God.
Right. Robert Morris. Couldn't tell you where that school is in 100 tries.
He'll be in the portal.
I want to touch on your shirt. Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold. I think he's the real deal.
Yeah, he's gonna be good. There's a reason.
I think he's the real deal. Hey, Reed Hensley, if you're watching, your quarterback, Jackson Arnold, looks real good. Even though you don't care, just letting you know. He had no clue who the starting quarterback for the University of Oklahoma was.
Who does Oklahoma play this Saturday? Or I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, but
Oklahoma plays. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Cole, you know who else went ballistic this weekend? Florida State.
Sorry.
Florida State.
Have y'all seen the recruit that's going to visit Oklahoma this weekend?
No.
His name is Booby Feaster.
Is he from Louisiana? Is he from Louisiana?
Booby Feaster.
Booby Feaster.
Where's he from? Louisiana?
No idea.
Hey, did y'all see that defensive lineman from South Carolina, the true freshman 5-star?
No.
Y'all didn't see that?
Booby's from DeSoto.
Oh,
I bet him to
I've heard that name.
right now.
Yeah, if you want to win, put Booby in. Yeah. You have to, man.
Groovy with Booby.
No, that's a perfect
let me
football man.
Let me show you something real quick. I watched this today at work. Look at this kid. How do I get it to work?
Get a better camera.
He's a true freshman. Look at him.
South Carolina, yeah, he'll be great at anywhere else next year.
You think he's leaving? Hey, Tennessee's quarterback looked really good.
Is it Shane Beamer that's there? Yeah, Shane
Yeah.
Beamer. Dog water.
Tennessee's quarterback looked really good.
Yeah, Oliva or whatever his name is, Nico.
Yeah, Nico, whatever.
Florida State's quarterback didn't look good, Jalen.
Yeah, DJ, you need to get a job. I had a lot. Everybody talks shit about you. All my friends talk shit about you. I tried my best to cover for you, but I'm hiring at the office. You want to come sell some insurance? We'll get you licensed. You'd be great for marketing and business. I'll give you whatever deal you want. Just come holler at me and Joe Hancock. We'll take care of you. We need you and you need us. Because your ass is about to get fired, Pods. You might be one of the worst busts I've ever seen. And what's crazy is I remember 5-6 years ago watching on this TV show, and I'm like, this guy, he's like 15. This guy is the real deal. And then you go to Clemson. You should have stayed in Southern California.
Yeah.
You should have stayed home. You go to Clemson, and you look like crap, and you got my boy Dabo in a crisis. Then you come to Florida State, and you
Oregon State. He went to Oregon State.
He went to Oregon State.
You should have stayed there.
You look decent at Oregon State. You're all right.
You should have stayed his ass right there.
It took 3 teams for the consensus to come that DJU sucks. He's sucked everywhere he's been.
I bet on him. I bet on them to cover the first 2 weeks and say, "I'll never do it again."
Why?
I don't know.
I told you not to the first time around.
I was like, they got beat. They're gonna come out and just whoop Boston College's ass.
I don't think you can play. I don't think you can play for my Lufkin Panthers. That's how bad you look. And we need a quarterback.
He's still 6'4", 250 pounds.
We need a quarterback.
Hey, did you see his dad? His dad hopped on some like Twitter space of talking about Florida State football, wanting to throw hands.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I sent it in the group. He was going off.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was before the season.
He's not somebody you want to mess with. Like he is. I think he's like a former like bodyguard or something, security guard.
I think he's like Samoan and huge. Like you don't want to.
Is Samoan, so that's how DJU is Samoan. But yeah, no, it's.
You don't want to fuck with Samoans.
No. I mean, but he is so bad. Like he is. I don't know. I don't get it. The fact that Florida State had to suffer through Travis Hunter going through a catastrophic injury and missing out
Travis.
to then just a back-to-back losses at the hands of 2 mediocre teams and like
do they start somebody else this week?
I was thinking about it tonight. Like I don't know.
I'm about to ask. How long until he gets benched?
This is the same team that played Georgia, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. And got beat 63-3.
They lost by 60.
They played Memphis this week, so. No.
I think they may lose.
They play Memphis this week. Then they go play SMU. Then they go play Duke.
Hey, Boston College quarterback was.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal.
Good.
Hey, Bill O'Brien starts his career at BC 1-0.
That's the biggest way Boston College. Like,
why are you sticking your head, Cole?
Because I hate that motherfucker.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's a good ball coach.
He's a good college coach. That's how he ended up in the NFL.
Yeah.
But he should have never been in the NFL.
But we got CJ Stroud now, so it don't matter. So
yeah, well, thanks to Lovey because of that. Thanks, Lovey.
Yeah, I hate that booty chin ass motherfucker. All right, yeah, he was good. He's a good coach.
So bad on the sideline.
I watched
his pit sweat turned into tit sweat, then turned into arm sweat. Like
that coaching jacket he had on
went around here, and then his coach's jacket. It went all the way down to the end of the sleeve here.
Yeah, he was sweating pretty bad. Hey, I listened to David. I listened to a podcast today. Well, I didn't listen to. I listened to a clip of it, and it's like a bunch of Michigan fans talking. And Michigan has Texas scoring once. They think the big house is going to be too loud for Texas, and they're going to blitz all game. They say that Quinn can't throw the ball unless he's in PAP, and they put all these stats and stuff, and they have a whole analytic of how they're going to beat Texas.
For someone who never really played football, you and me included, what is a PAP?
Play action. I'm sorry, play action pass.
Okay.
You played quarterback. How do you not know that?
I've never heard of PAP
middle school.
Before.
No, yeah, play action pass.
We want to talk 18 and 19 options. I got that.
Got him right. What's it? 18 speed option. Yeah.
Texas will score at least 20 points.
I got Texas having a field day in the big house. I think Michigan is not as.
You want to look ahead to next week? You want to make the picks for next week?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go with that one first.
First off, Fox is killing the sport of college football. The fact that this game is at
Direct TV is killing the sport of football.
11 o'clock is a national travesty. There's no reason this game should be played at 11 o'clock.
It's the big noon game.
Fox's
Big Tim is on CBS now. Why are they playing it like at 3:30 slot? That's perfect.
So
Fox has commandeered college football. We played Alabama 2 years ago at 11 a.m. Why are we not playing that game at night? I mean,
The only good thing about Fox is Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I'd
So
rather
I love
listen to
Gus Johnson.
Herbie and Chris Fowler myself.
True, but
Yeah.
there's not many other people I would listen to other than Gus Johnson.
So Texas is.
I think it comes down to, can our offensive line hold up against Michigan's D line for 4 quarters and protect Quinn and give him time to throw in the pocket? Can we at least run the ball for 4.5 yards a carry? I think we're going to be able to pass the ball just because we have a lot of weapons at receiver that can cover a lot of space, and Quinn can definitely make the throws in the pocket. And defensively, I'm not really scared of their quarterback. They didn't start Orgy; they started the other guy, and he's not that impressive. So I think we'll be okay defensively. I think I got Texas winning. I think the spread right now is 7.5, which I think is
7.5. Over-unders at 42.5. So they're expecting what, a 25-17 ball game, a 24-18, whatever that is. I mean,
it's crazy. I think it was Horns minus 2.5 or 3.5. Now it's 7. I hate the praise coming in for the Horns. I'm going to say
Michigan just did not look good. That's all it is. Like, Michigan did not look good.
I'm going to say 24-16 Texas. Horns cover.
I'm going to say 42-28 Horns cover. I think the Horns are going to come out and overpower Michigan. I think Michigan's going to run the ball well. They're going to play great defense up front. And I think Texas is just going to pull away.
What was your you took Texas minus 7.5. What was the score?
42-28.
so he's got that in the over.
Yes, I got the over also.
When did y'all play Texas? When did y'all play Alabama last year? Was that week 3 or week 2?
It was week 3. We were in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Week 2.
It was week 2. We were in Lubbock. Week 2, yeah.
Let's look at Michigan.
Cole.
Huh? It was me?
Michigan game.
Yeah, I don't think Michigan looked good last week. They were in a ball game with Fresno State until the last quarter. And they got Will Johnson, that cornerback, but I don't think they can keep up with the receivers Texas has. So I'll take Texas minus 7.5.
You got the Horns by 8? Oh, that was unexpected, Cole.
Trey.
Oh.
I'm going with my head, not my fandom.
What's the final score, Cole?
31-21.
God, it opened Texas minus 4.
Trey?
Hopefully I throw some reverse jinx in there, but
That was my game plan last week, and it worked. So I hope you don't lose my magic.
Trey.
Y'all won't lose any.
I'm looking at numbers. I don't want to be along with everybody else, but I think it is. No, I'm not. I've got I'll take 24-20.
You got Michigan covering?
Yeah. I think Michigan covers. They're going to be able to run the ball. Like, Texas's big loss is in the middle of that defensive line. It's going to be that I don't think they recorded a sack last week.
Texas?
Yeah. And so,
It may be true. We did have a bunch of tackle for losses.
Michigan is going to be able to run the ball, and so it's going to eat up clock. I don't think they're going to be able to throw the ball that well. They didn't show it against Fresno State. Quinn's going to be able to move the ball. It's just going to be Michigan eating up clock. Like, I think they're just going to slow the pace down. Texas will probably have 1 or 2 big plays, and I think that's what puts them over the top. I think if they have 2, they cover. If they have 1, they don't.
I think Texas is going to stack the box and just try to take away the run. I think we can probably put.
Hey, what time's that game at Saturday?
11 o'clock.
Shit.
I think.
Election Day.
Have Muhammad
I'll be
into
cooking.
Aaron on islands and just stack the box and take away the run. I don't think Michigan can move the ball if they can't run the ball.
Shit, you're gonna be there helping me.
Who?
You.
I don't remember signing up for that.
There wasn't no application pods.
Our next game is Arkansas against Oklahoma State.
What's it set at? It's set at what?
Oklahoma State minus at 7.5.
I'm gonna take Arkansas.
Woo pig, Jalen.
Woo Pig Suey. I'm going Arkansas. I think Arkansas has a great quarterback.
Their quarterback looked good.
They look really good. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this week. I'm going to take Arkansas. It's going to be a high score. It's going to be a high scoring game.
It was Arkansas Pine Bluff.
I don't care. I'm going to take Arkansas. It's going to be a high scoring game.
Is their
I'm
quarterback freak like Shadur?
I'm going to go Arkansas 38. Oklahoma State 35.
I still think you scored 3 points with how much they're going to feed Ollie Gordon, unless they just.
Oh shit! I forgot like Gordon still at Oklahoma State. I'm definitely not going with the Pokes. Give me Arkansas. Woo Pig Suey, baby. Let's go.
I think Oklahoma
like
State,
times for 120 yards or something
Yeah, but I'm not riding with the Pokes.
last week.
I think it's a shootout. I think Arkansas wins by 3. I'm going to say 40-37 Arkansas.
I got Oklahoma State. I think Arkansas, Bobby P was cooking a little bit, but it was Arkansas, Pine Bluff. We got to remember. I don't think Arkansas.
70.
I don't think Arkansas is a good team at all. So I'm taking Oklahoma State. I think Ollie Gordon's going to have a field day, and I got it. What's the over and under?
No idea.
62.5. Good God.
They're expecting.
They're going to score a lot of points.
I got 35-21 or 35
28.
28, yeah.
That'd be at the over.
And they cover by a half a point.
Yeah.
Spoon, what do you got?
I think Oklahoma State in the under. I think it's just. I mean, you
That's
got
a big total.
you got Alec Bowman in his 8th year, however long he's been there.
Hey, that quarterback that transferred out of Oklahoma State to Ole Miss, is he playing anymore?
What are you talking about? What?
The quarterback Oklahoma State had that was like super good that left to get Ole Miss.
Who?
Yes.
Oklahoma State's quarterback they had.
Years.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart didn't come from Oklahoma State.
No, the Spencer kid.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oklahoma State's quarterback for the last 3 years.
Google it on your phone.
Spencer Sanders or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he graduated.
I'm pretty sure he graduated.
Spencer Sanders went to Ole Miss, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't play though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jackson Dart's. Yeah, he started. But, yeah.
But I think Oklahoma State wins the game, runs the ball, controls the clock. I think the under hits and they cover. I just don't think Arkansas's defense is. Ollie Gordon's too good. Arkansas will probably make it interesting, but I think it's going to be Mike Gundy's team. They're going to be disciplined. They're not going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. So, Arkansas is going to have to gouge them in order to score a bunch of points, and I don't think they will. I just don't. I think it's a freshman quarterback at Arkansas that looks good, looks really good. He's just an athlete. So, I'm not too familiar with Bobby Petrino's offense. So, I just know he called a game from the hospital bed at one point. But
Didn't Hugh Freeze do that also?
was that Hugh Freeze or Bobby Petrino?
It was Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze called it from a hospital bed.
Yeah, he has a neck brace on the motorcycle.
So
Next, we have the Cyhawk battle. Iowa State and Iowa. Iowa is a 2.5-point favorite. The over/under is 35.5.
Is it in Ames?
The over/under is 35.
It's at
It's in
Iowa.
Iowa. I'm gonna take Iowa. I'm gonna say 21-17.
You think it'll be that high scoring?
That's a reach.
21-17 still. I mean, does that
That's
doesn't cover?
3 points over, 2.5 points over.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I got a question. I want to take a bet on this. How many times do you think Iowa throws the ball over and under? I'm going to say 8.
I think the better one is
Over.
how many punts are going to be in this game.
Yeah. What was that stat last year on Iowa's football team?
Their punter out kicked their offense on total yards.
That's crazy.
I mean, Cade McNamara threw for 250 last week and a 167 passer rating.
That's Iowa's quarterback, right?
I will also take Iowa minus 2.5. I got it 21-7 Iowa.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't watched them this year. I got Iowa's quarterback on my ultimate team in college football, so I'm gonna ride with them minus 2.5. I got 17 to 10. Go Hawkeyes.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, Iowa covers.
There's 2 more sneaky games we got to talk about.
Iowa covers, and it's like a 23-10 game. Like they just hit the under, and it's ugly for like 2.5 quarters.
So we're all taking Iowa.
Yep.
All right, we're putting all the eggs in one basket, just like the LSU game last week.
Yeah, well, that guy at Iowa State should have left about 2 years ago.
And finally, in the last one of the group of 5.
No, we got 2 game spots.
All right, well,
We
we'll
got
go
2
to the
good
next.
games.
Colorado goes to Nebraska.
We got Tennessee and North.
Tennessee and North.
Colorado first.
I'm going with Colorado. I think Nebraska.
Shock.
I think Nebraska's going to have one of their best teams they've had in the last few seasons that they've been terrible.
He's only been there.
I'm going to keep.
What are we talking about?
Nebraska's been horrible like the last 5 years.
They haven't made a ball in 6 years. You just said Colorado's had the best team they've had in a while. Deion's only been there a year.
No, I was
You're
talking about Nebraska. I said Nebraska's had. I think they've had the better team they've had in a while.
or whatever.
I just said Nebraska. I said Nebraska, Pods.
No, you said
Not worried about you. I think Nebraska has one of the better teams they've had in a few years. I think Deion's offense is going to be too overpowered for Nebraska's defense. So I'm going to take Colorado. What's the spread set at?
Mine's going
Nebraska
minus
7.5.
So plus 7.5 Colorado.
I'm going to go Colorado 31, Nebraska 28.
So you got Nebraska covering.
I got Nebraska covering.
And winning?
No, I have Colorado winning.
Yeah.
And we're just doing spread bet. Are we doing straight up bets or just like spreads?
This is spreads.
Like
What's the
record wise. Okay.
It's all spread.
David, what do you like? Spoon tapped out.
Dylan Raiola looked good last week. I mean, they played great defensively last year. They were still lacking quarterback that played great defensively last week. So I think Colorado I mean, it's in Lincoln at night, I believe. So I like Nebraska to win, but Colorado to cover. I'm going to say Colorado loses by 6, 36-30.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Nebraska minus 7.5. I think Colorado's going to be able to score points, but I don't think they're going to be able to score it on every single drive that they're going to have to. I think Nebraska is just going to run the ball and do play action and run the ball until they can stop them. So I got Nebraska 34, Colorado 24.
34-24. Do you have the under?
What's the over?
58.5.
Yeah, I got them scoring 58. Sure.
I mean, I think it's Nebraska by a lot. Shadir Sanders and him being a freak probably can't keep up with Dylan Raiola, an actual good quarterback. And tickets are going for $200 on ESPN's website. That's awesome.
Let's go.
I think it's going to be Nebraska covers, and it's a 35. I think the under hits too. 35-20 ball game again. Shadir probably throws 2 touchdowns to Travis Hunter, the 2 best players on the team, and Nebraska gouges him.
Okay, so we got a 2-2 split, -7.5, 35-20.
I wanted to say 35-13, but I think Shadir will find a way to have an extra touchdown in garbage time.
Anything else?
Yeah, there's a good game at NC State.
Oh, Tennessee, NC State, yeah.
Yeah, I think it hurts my pick for the ACC championship game, but I mean, Tennessee's going to be good. Tennessee's going to be so good. It's like I think they play at NC State. I'm trying to find the game. Yeah,
It's at NC State.
That game's going on the same time the Colorado game goes on. It's going to be on ABC. It's like over/under 6.5.
-8.
Yeah, -8.
And I think they covered.
Tennessee. I think everybody can agree on that one. Tennessee's going to cover. Tennessee's going to win.
I'm going to say Tennessee by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think Tennessee by at least 10.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of – well, North Carolina State, I think they were, like, struggling with some small school last week.
They played
first half.
Yeah, they played
I can't think of. So, off of that, I didn't watch any of the Tennessee game, but I'm going to, go with Tennessee by, like, 14.
Yeah, Grayson McCall did not look great in that first half against them. But I think NC State's still good, but not good enough to win that ball game. I think
You can put me down for Tennessee, David.
Nico's.
Yeah, I got us all.
Don't forget that Oregon Boise State game.
Any other ones?
Oregon Boise State. That's going to be a good game.
I'm assuming it's in Eugene.
Yeah, it's in Eugene. Oregon's favorite 19.5.
Washington State and Texas Tech. That line's at 2.5. That'll be a good game.
I want to talk about something real quick also.
Washington State will win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Texas Tech looked horrible.
Did any of y'all watch the Alabama first game with Kalen DeBoer?
Nope.
I had it on in the background. I watched a little bit.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I used to watch a few of the highlights, and I think Alabama's going to still be Alabama.
I think they'll be good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they scored on like every drive, I think. So, there's a close line. There's a battle of Texas State, and UTSA are playing. In San Marcos, Texas State's favored by 1.
Texas State barely beat somebody by 1 point. I forgot.
UTSA's coach the other day was begging for more UIL money.
What's his name? Jeff
Yeah.
Traylor?
Some old high school coach that they brought
He's
up.
from Cedar Hill.
Trailers from Gilmer.
He coaches Cedar Hill, though, didn't he?
You're thinking of Johnny McGuire,
Oh, shit.
That's
my bad.
the guy.
Texas Tech. Yeah.
Coach.
Right, yeah.
So, one
He
more
played
thing.
at Gilmer, I think. I think he coached at Gilmer.
Syracuse. Georgia Tech's ranked now at 23. They're only favored 2.5 against Syracuse. Was it Kyle over at Syracuse? That coach was saying he needs to cheers to Ryan Day for giving him his coach, or just giving him.
Giving him Kyle McCord.
Yeah.
Lufkin's favorite 28 this week. Knack at home. What do y'all
Lufkin's
think?
favored by 28.
Yeah, what do y'all think?
Lufkin's not favored by 28.
You're making that up. That doesn't exist.
I swear to God, it says Lufkin's a 28-point favorite over 5A D2 Nacogdoches.
On what site?
DCT picks. It's like whatever the heck. Dave Campbell, Texas football.
Send me it.
It's
Why do you care so much to see it?
I just
Probably like it.
I didn't think the high school football spreads actually existed.
It's
Yes.
probably like a message board somebody put on there.
It's
We got
from the
message boards for high school
It's
football.
from the Dade Campbell Texas football picks
What's
of the week.
what's the name of the message boards for Lufkin?
Don't worry about it. Don't
Yeah,
worry
they
about it.
got a Lufkin message board.
Don't worry about it.
The Jalen be all on there.
Jalen's the Billy Luigi of.
I start my day at work after I check my emails and everything else, checking that message board.
What's it called?
Lucky Panther Football Forum.
Yeah.
Lucky Panther Sport and Vision Zone, actually, but it's the 2024-2025 Lucky Panther football season. And you know why it's 2025?
Because they're going to state.
Well, state's before the end of the year, but we're going to be celebrating the state championship first of the year this year, Lucky Panthers.
Why does this say Lufkin is a plus 28-point favorite over Nacogdoches?
Plus 28.
That's what I just said.
It should be minus 28 if they're.
Yeah, this Pack Attack doesn't know what he's doing.
Hey, whoa.
Does it?
You leave Pack Attack alone, buddy. No, but
Yeah, he's doing it all backwards.
me and Trey went to the first game of the year last week, and we stood the rain and supported Lucky Panthers. Sad loss.
Yeah.
Very wet game. I think Lufkin's defense looked really good. Offense struggled a little shaky, but we're gonna change some stuff up probably this week, and we're gonna get back to it and play Lucky Panther football.
I don't think we're changing anything up. I think it's going back to what it should have been.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. But yeah, that wraps up week 2 of college football. We'll have our picks posted hopefully tomorrow. Video will be uploaded tomorrow. You got anything else you want to add, guys?
Nothing for me.
Not really. Just it's great to have football back.
Well, David, you enjoy your time in Ann Arbor this weekend.
I will. Thank you, Jalen.
Don't
We need some content for the Live from the Pines.
get some good pictures.
I'll send y'all. I'll be active on the Instagram.
Don't have too much booze where you can't be active on the Instagram.
I'm gonna be at the big house in section 100.
So, where are you going to start your first drink off of the day in the big house?
It's got to be the pre-bar, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about when you get in the big house.
First drink of the day is not going to be there. It's going to be in the car headed to the airport, and then it'll be on the plane, and that'll probably be what's it about a 3-hour flight?
3 hours.
You're flying down there Friday, right?
He's going to the liquor store tomorrow after work.
What's the drink total for about 3 hours? Is it at like 7?
No, it's way more than that.
No, because it'll probably be mixed drinks.
It's 2 an hour.
It'll probably be mixed drinks.
There's no way you're going through 2 mixed drinks an hour on the plane pods.
Oh,
Shit.
It's going to be more than that.
he'll be talking. They'll be talking. There'll be more.
I was on a plane to Vegas with 500 or 600 guys for a bachelor trip, and 3 of us were drinking scotch. We drank the plane out of scotch.
Yeah. Okay. You were on a commercial flight. This is a
Dude,
plane.
it's scotch though. Like nobody's just ordering scotch. There's scotch is stacked on the plane.
Like I'm saying, there's a difference in the booze.
Well, I
and
understand that he's gonna have a whole. Yeah, I understand that. But I'm saying like, I'm going for mixed drinks an hour on a plane, 3-hour flight.
4?
Yes, easy. I know David's very capable of it. We did it numerous times. We've sat there and drank a bottle of wine in under 30 minutes.
I don't know about that.
Okay, maybe in under an hour.
I mean, between the 3 of us, that's pretty easy.
Between the 2 of us, we can guzzle down a bottle of wine together.
No, I'll be up at 6 a.m. on
But
Saturday.
what scares me about David is you know how his hangovers are.
Yeah.
That's true.
So if he gets drunk Friday, he might not enjoy his game knowing David. Because I already know what I'm going to hear Monday. I'm going to text him Monday, hey, you want to grab lunch? Dude, I just really need to go home. Like, I just don't feel good. I think I'm going to cut out the office. Like, I've never seen someone have such a bad hangover. Like,
It's true, but hey, I'm gonna wake up number 2 in the country on Sunday, so it's gonna
we
make.
probably will be number 2 in the country. But I'm just saying, like, I love you to death.
I'll be.
Nobody has a hangover like David Griffin.
You know what's really going to suck for you, David?
What's that?
I mean, you're going to be number 2 in the country probably the rest of the year, unless Oklahoma finds a way to sneak up on y'all.
You think we beat Georgia?
It'll be number 1 and number 2, and I don't see how you far any further than 2 coming back together. And so, but what's going to be really bad is when like Oklahoma State beats you on the Big 12. I mean, oh, never mind. There's no Big 12 championship game.
Yeah, we can't lose to Oklahoma State.
Yeah. You can't disappoint everybody at the end of the year again.
That'll be the Arkansas game, I'm sure.
Yep.
Well, thank you to all our supporters and followers and fans.
Yeah, all 15 of you guys. We love you.
Thank you
Hey,
guys.
we got 100 subscribers now.
Hey,
So,
all it takes is a click of the button and just go subscribe and make us feel better. Go follow the Instagram. We're about to start putting out some way better content. We actually fired Carrot. We love Carrot to death. Carrot's just way too busy to be dealing with us. We got somebody new, and she's about to do a hell of a job and help us out because neither four of us know how to work a computer or phone better than a 70-year-old man. But thank you to everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope everyone has a great night, and hope your team comes out on top this week. See you later.